Shush indeed. Shush you haters. Garnacho silence the haters is the headline. That's exactly what United fans are talking about at the moment. Welcome back to Red Devils TV, and this is your Manchester United versus Leeds match reaction. So first of all, let's speak about Garnacho. I mean, he comes off the bench, he silences the haters. I can't contain my excitement. He was just brilliant today. He showed the haters wrong. He showed why you stick by your youth players, and he showed that why he's a great prospect for Manchester United. And to be honest, what Erik ten Hag is doing with Garnacho is brilliant, and Erik ten Hag deserves the most credit. I do give him manager of the season because of the situations he's had to deal with, the position he is in the league, the expectations that he's put under. I mean, Sky Sports are talking about a title challenge for Manchester United. It's absolutely ridiculous. The fact that the man is only 7 months into his job as Manchester United manager, and he's currently being talked about in a title challenge with the majority of the same players who were crap last season. And it's just crazy for what an actual manager can do for Manchester United, and shows that what good tactics, good managerial appointment does. I mean, Erik ten Hag, we've spoke about him many times on this channel. He's methodical, he's stern, he does what he wants. It's his way or no way. He's a brilliant manager, and it shows on the pitch of why Manchester United are currently succeeding. I mean, you could tell with his reaction to the draw on Wednesday at Old Trafford against Leeds that Ten Hag was furious, because he obviously wants to win. That's what I'm saying. He's a perfectionist, and he wants to win every single game because he doesn't like to lose. That's as simple as that. He's a born and bred winner, much like Sir Alex Ferguson. And like I said, I've said this many times on this channel, I would not swap any other manager in past, history, present, future, whatever. Erik ten Hag is the right manager that United need at this moment in time, and I hope he stays for the rest of his career, because he is the best manager in the world at the moment, in my opinion. You might think I'm being big-headed, but for the things he's had to deal with, the Cristiano Ronaldo incident, the pressure, everything, he's just incredible. And like I said, he's got this team playing like a team, and the performances we've been putting in over the last few weeks, and well, actually not just last few weeks, this entire season, he's blown everyone's expectations out of the water. But let's get on to more about the game. So Leeds were unlucky, because personally, in my opinion, I thought that Leeds deserved a goal, because for the majority of the game, for the first 60 minutes of for about 60 to 65 minutes of the game, Leeds deserved a goal. They were exactly like the way they were at Old Trafford. They were aggressive, they made us play out wide, and they put us on the back foot for the majority of the game. But they didn't get the early lead this time. They didn't get the momentum and build from it by scoring in the first minute. And I felt like that's down to Erik ten Hag making a masterclass change in the team. And when I saw the lineup for Manchester United, I was like, okay, that's interesting. He's done it for a reason. He hasn't played Martinez and Varane for a reason. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. Obviously, for some reason, when Maguire plays, he's in the starting 11, loads of people roll their eyes. So many people say, oh, not Maguire. But realistically, we've seen what Erik ten Hag has done to the majority of this team. And I think Maguire played well today. And I wouldn't be giving him low average performances, because I felt like he did all right. He had a few mistakes, but he redeemed for it. We didn't concede from it, and he got a clean sheet. So realistically, Maguire did nothing wrong today, and Leeds didn't really punish us for some of Maguire's mistakes, and it was only 2 mistakes as well. So Maguire, obviously, first of all, he made that one mistake where I think it was a free kick from Shaw, and Harry Maguire goes to turn and wants to pass it back to David De Gea. But what happens is that I think it was Harrison for Leeds. He tackles Maguire and sprints off away from him. Maguire, as we know, isn't the fastest centre-back, but does well to recover and block the shot and passes it to Luke Shaw out wide. So realistically, even though Maguire messed up, he did very well to recover from it, and I think he had a great game today. I won't give him a man of the match, but I felt like he had a good game today, and or even a great game, because like I said, didn't get a clean sheet, didn't really make too many mistakes, and I felt like, considering he's not played for a while, he did really good. But anyway, who else we've got to talk about? Obviously, let's keep talking about Leeds. So Bamford, I mean, he got took off quite early in the game, I thought. I mean, obviously it was about 60 minutes in, but realistically, I don't know why they took him off, because I felt like that's when they took off Bamford, he was really creating the most chances. I think he created about 3 or 4 chances in the game for Leeds. So I think that that's what caused them to lose the game and what allowed United to get back into the game at a late time. But like I said, Leeds spent the majority of the game for about 60 minutes dominating Manchester United with a better side, and they were more aggressive and they were better than us. Let's just face it. But it's a 90-minute game, and United did amazingly to stay in the game, keep it 0-0, and then with the 15 to 20 minutes to go, United switched on and we dominated. Because in the first half, let's be honest, United looked rusty, we looked tired, and we looked like we were just trying to drag it out and try and scrape the game 1-0, 2-0. And realistically, that's kind of what we did. We defended well and we made sure Leeds just didn't capitalise from our mistakes or our poor passes or just hit us on the break. Because as we addressed in the preview, that Leeds make sure you play out wide. They like to press you from narrow positions. They like to force 2 or 3 players around a certain player. They're constant and they just won't let up. And I think if Leeds can continue to play like this for the rest of the season, they will not get relegated. Because even though you're going against Manchester United, you're not going to face Manchester United every single week. If you do that to Southampton or any other relegation side, maybe even Everton, even though I know I really rate Sean Dyche, but Everton, Wolves, anyone, I think if no team can deal with that pressure the way Leeds did, and United were at fault for that when at Old Trafford in the 2-2 draw, because we didn't expect it. But today we did expect it, and that's kind of the gift that keeps on giving when it comes to that we've only just played Leeds, because you know that Erik ten Hag can literally look at the most previous game and like, right there, our next fixture, this is where we went wrong, so this is what we need to be better on the next at Ellen Road. So let's talk about the squad. So obviously David De Gea starts, Dalot starts, we get Maguire and Luke Shaw back at centre-back, we have Malacia at left-back, and then we have the midfield partnership of Sabitzer and Fred. I liked how Erik ten Hag kept them the same, because it wasn't the best performance for them at Old Trafford, but they certainly redeemed themselves today. Bruno Fernandes, I felt it was a key player today, even though he missed that chance in the first half, but I felt like Bruno did a lot of he simplified his game today. He did a lot more shorter passes to create more chances, especially in that last 15 to 20 minutes. I felt like Bruno did really, really well in that last quarter of an hour of the game. Obviously, we had Jadon Sancho, his first start since October. He did really well. I think he didn't have the best game, but I felt like he did all right. I'm going to give my ratings in a moment. Weghorst, Weghorst is a touchy subject. A player that's not going to create for themselves and like is desperate for service isn't getting the service, so it's kind of like playing with 10 men, and I really like Weghorst. But we've got to start thinking, if we're not going to be as a creative side, then Weghorst is pointless, and you might as well bring him on off the bench as a powerhouse really for the last half an hour of a game if we need a goal, because realistically Weghorst isn't doing much. So yeah, and obviously Marcus Rashford in peak scoring form. What a header it was. He can't stop scoring. He's in the form of his life at the moment, and yeah, Marcus Rashford was absolutely brilliant today. So yeah, obviously we've got Garnacho as well. He came off the bench. We had Lisandro Martinez. He also came off the bench. We had Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I think that was everyone actually. I'm pretty sure that was everyone. We had Lisandro Martinez. We didn't change anyone in the midfield, I don't think. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everyone. So yeah, let's get on to the player ratings. So like I've just said, I've just listed the entire team out. So David De Gea keeps the clean sheet. He made a few really good saves. So I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Diego Dalot, I'm going to give a 7 to. Kept the clean sheet, played really well. So yeah, a 7 out of 10 for me for Diego Dalot. Same with Harry Maguire, same with Luke Shaw, and same with Malacia. They all get 7 out of 10s. Actually, no, I'm going to give Luke Shaw 7.5 actually, because he did get the assist for Marcus Rashford. But no, I felt like the back line, even though we were a bit clumsy at times, I still felt like the fact that you're getting a clean sheet and we defended well when we needed to, you can't not give him our average rating. You've got to give him a 7. I felt like they played really, really well. So yeah, you've got to give him a 7, and this is just my opinion. Sabitzer, I will give a 7.5 to. Fred, I'm going to give an 8 to. I mean, he got Sky Sports man of the match, but he doesn't get my man of the match. I felt like Marcus Rashford does. So yeah, obviously I'll tell you my Marcus Rashford score in a minute. So yeah, Fred was a candidate though for player of the match, but for me, I just felt like I didn't really notice him enough realistically, because he did get bullied a bit by McKenna, and you know, Fred Fred redeemed himself is what I'm trying to say. He redeemed himself from a poor performance, and he did really well today. So yeah, hats off to Fred, even though I'm not wearing my hat. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, I'm going to give a 7.5 to. I mean, like I said, he had that really good chance in the first half, but yeah, I felt like that he was really key in the last 15 to 20 minutes of the game. Jadon Sancho, I'm going to give a 7 to. I felt like that even though he didn't really do much, I mean, I felt like that he looked better. I mean, he was actually running at defenders today. I mean, he caused Firpo, I think their left back is, to make a challenge on him and get a yellow card. So it actually looks good that Jadon Sancho's actually running defenders now. He's not standing off him and trying to beat him with technical ability and skill. He's actually running at him now, which is what we wanted to see for Jadon Sancho for ages. Wout Weghorst, I mean, he got his offside. He got a goal, but it was offside. I'm trying to think. I'll give him a 6.5 because, I mean, he got the service and he scored a goal, but it was offside because it hit Harry Maguire, and Wout Weghorst was in an offside position and he scored the goal. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. I don't want to give him a bang on average because we're positive today. United have won the game and I'm feeling happy about it. So yeah, Wout Weghorst gets a 6.5 for me. Marcus Rashford, he also gets an 8, much like Fred, but he does get my man of the match. I felt like, considering he was really struggling against Luke Ayling in the first half, he did really well to actually have a few chances and just get away from Luke Ayling and get that header. But yeah, I felt like that when Marcus Rashford at the moment is going more to the centre, he's actually playing really well from it. So maybe that's something to look at. Maybe Ten Hag is trying to implement him as a number 9. So that's something I really look forward to seeing. Garnacho, he does get a 7.5 from me. I mean, you might think that's a bit high because he was only on the pitch for about half an hour, but he came on and made the difference. He showed he was hungry. He showed he wanted to prove the haters wrong, and that he was disappointed with himself from what happened on the Wednesday game, because he knew he didn't have a good game. You saw his reaction on social media and he was disappointed with himself, but he knew that he's better than that performance, and that's what you want from your players. And the fact that he got so much abuse on Wednesday's game against Leeds was absolutely disgusting. You back your youth players. He's 18 years old and he's a very bright future. He's a future star, and I really look forward to seeing him for Manchester United in the future. Obviously, Lisandro Martinez came on. I'll give him a 6.5. I felt like that, he played well. He broke up the play a few times, and I felt like he played really, really well. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he came on for Diego Dalot, and Wan-Bissaka, he actually got a really good tackle right at the end of the game. So yeah, I felt like Wan-Bissaka also did well, so he gets a 6.5 as well. Normally I'd give substitutions a 6 out of 10 because they're normally not on the pitch long enough and they don't really change the game much. But you know what, some players, because of how dominant Leeds were, the players did well for coming on, so they do get just higher than average ratings for today. So yeah, that's been my match reaction. Thank you for watching today's video. We're on the road to 600 subscribers, so please keep subscribing. Please keep sharing the channel around. We want to be the biggest channel, the biggest Manchester United fan channel on YouTube in the world. That's the dream. That's the ambition. So hopefully we get to 600 subscribers very, very soon. So please keep subscribing and keep sharing my channel around, because we're going to start live streaming soon, so we can start building a bigger and better community. community. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.